Sky Prophet, baby, back with another video, man. I felt the need to bring a couple of words, man. I was gonna wait, and I got a message that I made, but like I'ma just talk. Spirit told me to hit the button. I've been kind of dropping gems all day, good day, man. Like I ain't never had a day like this, where I actually just say like whatever with everything and put it all aside and just say what I gotta say to each and every person that I come in contact with, man. And it work out for my benefit, like it work out for the benefit of others. Like that's without even getting a response or getting a comment, from, because the more and more I wake up and stay in my moments and understand myself, like I can look at people and I can understand if it's registering, if it's not, if they're trying to block it out, if, like if they think it's a game and they think I don't know, and like it's all kind of stuff that just hope your spirits is up to date. Hope you understand it, man. Look, the game is to be sold, not told. That's where we at. See, the next stage get to tell the same thing because it was sold that we understood. But we were just talking noise. This is what we was really doing, bro. Like think about that, and Spirit is giving that on the spotlight. So really think about that. How many of y'all done heard that saying? But I bet you with this new consciousness, that's the real meaning of it. That's the real understanding of it. Even if it was meant in another way back when it was said. We understand that our Creator planted that seed for that, for us to grasp it now. Like, and if you don't understand on that level, when prophets say deep, that's deep. That's what going within and trusting in your Creator, that's what that is. Like, as long as that universe, man, let me put this, look at this sun, man. Let me put this sunshine on them, man. Let me see if they ready. And they steady beaming on you, you know what I mean? Like you getting straight downloads, straight thoughts, man. Get up, man, get good, do something. And you just, caught in that dark energy, man. Like not using your train of thought with your free choice and making it to where you could perform, where you can have a slumpy day and, all right, time to get up. Set the alarm on that too. We set the alarm on everything. Okay, we gotta go. Okay, cool. That's enough. Time to switch it up. But if we ain't grasping these concepts, man, like we really not growing. Like if we put it like this, if you are in a place right now to where you actually think that everybody you talk to and you try to, bullshit them and think that they don't know, understand like every time a person does that, you take from yourself, you actually bring your elevator lower than it was when you woke up. Like, and day by day, man, we be doing these type of things and we wind up in the basement and we wind up basic and we don't even understand that we lose our real intelligence. We keep that basic and we form it within this world and within society and within a social circle and all of this, and we just make it work. And we eat up all of that real inner knowings and inner knowledge that we be getting, real wisdom we be getting. Like, man, this not cool, man. Like, man, why are you doing this? Like, dang, that's enough. All of these things. And what we do, we worldly. Tomorrow, nah, I don't care about that. Whatever, and, egos and egos and all this. When you woke up this morning, if you wanted to be better, you should be in the frame of mind of being better. If you listening to prophet, you should really be in the frame of mind of being better, because I understand what I'm telling people. If you thinking anything outside of what I'm saying as far as who prophet is, wondering about prophet or anything like that, and not taking what your creator shooting at you to help you grow, like you misleading yourself. Like I just understand when I talk, it's almost like every time I talk, people supposed to hear these words I say. I'm not being conceited. I'm stepping into myself, like, which means I understand that everybody can tell that I'm trying to change. So if anybody come at prophet crooked, once I sense that through my senses, like, I don't have time for no backlash. I don't care about backlash. Like, you shouldn't have come at me like that. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause that ain't my intention. And it's just to stand firm and show people like we can be like that. Like, wow. Like, I be myself. Like, I don't be nobody else. Can't nobody make me be nothing. Can't nobody make me do nothing. I notice time to time people say things, and I'm supposed to think a certain way, or people do things and I'm supposed to be a certain way. But I understand triggers just because I understand that I'm a trigger now. I'm a real trigger. Like, you want to throw it in society, like I'm a nigga and a trigger, you know. But however it go, when the trigger pull, I ain't the one shooting. It's your creator shooting. Listen to everything prophets say. If you can't get nothing to help you get up and help you climb up and help you evolve and pick the ladder up and fix it and all that, if you can't find that, then you ain't found yourself, or you're not trying to find yourself. Because like I'm deeper than what you see. Like you see shades, this, and this little muscle shirt. Like you see that. But like I could take all this off and tell you the same thing. I could cover myself up with a blanket and tell you the same thing. Like I could switch the phone to another screen where you could see something that, and like same thing. Like you could paint me pink. You could paint me pink and put me in pink shoes and all that, like bow ties and shades and all that, man. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing. Like I ain't come here to worry about what people say, and I did it for so long, But like Spirit just let me know, like that's process. Like that's process. You got all that in your folder. You know how to pull that right back up and use that. Like that's why we gave you that. That's all your strength. That's your lessons. That's your, and the reason we do this with you like that is because you don't hold nothing against nothing. Like you really trying to go within and don't care. You ain't about telling a soul that. You want to let them see because I care about the next man. Like I really, really do. And at one time, like I ain't saying I hated anybody, but like shit, that wasn't my concern. I was worrying about me. But that's that selfish, that dark energy. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Cause I understand, like, hey, bro, y'all ain't nobody put their hand up. But once I put my hand up and say here, the teacher start talking to me. Everybody in class, I ain't clear. Everybody around there just laughing. Everybody ain't thinking spirit. Everybody in there just laughing, clowning and all that. Look, all this, man. My partner, you throwing bombs. But what? We saying here, but we ain't saying here. But when you raise your hand up and acknowledge that, open that palm. The teacher checking and the teacher acknowledge that you there. So when the teacher teaching, they don't acknowledge you as one of them playful kids. They know you a student. They know one thing, like you getting the lessons like everybody else. They know one thing, like if you mess up, you go in the office like everybody else. They know one thing, like you might wind up bringing an apple one day. That don't mean nothing. It ain't for them to be opinionated with. It's for them to focus on who trying to grab it through their intentions. When you look at it on the other end of things, it ain't that it created on like the next person more than you. Don't even ever feel like that. What it means is that person understands that connection and that person is grabbing what he can grab. Like that person is making his connection with his creator and is allowing them to grow. But if you ain't say here, like you're not even supposed to think. And that's just what that is, man. Look, It's so many of y'all listen to Prophet now. And man, look, the creator know, like Prophet, no, I don't care about what none of y'all feel about me, man. Like I don't. Ain't nobody gonna do me nothing. Like can't nobody put me nowhere. Can't nobody break your spirit. Like this spirit come to change people's soul, man. When I talk to you, it's on a soul level. At first you was just looking at Prophet. I go back and look at my video like, man, that was a bad day, man, but you still did it though. 4 minutes, and then you still did it. Boy, that was just part of your tale. Like, Spirit, take me and let me understand that. It's just confidence. It's just growing. It's just knowing myself more and more. To where when people face me, they gotta face me. Because I face myself. So in order for you to be in that, you gotta face yourself. That's a reflection. You face yourself, you go within. And when you're dealing with people, people have to face you, you know? We all have our certain ways of growth and certain ways of getting the knowledge and wisdom in the certain days and time that it's gonna click. Things that we're gonna hear, all this. But if you don't look at it like that, something wrong. If you look at it like why he or anything, you know, because there's a lot of us out here that have a lot of things, and like you have rich people, you know, like rich people that's not happy. That's why we know we can't take it. Material world, all this, man. I can guarantee you this though. If I cash this inside in, this inside good. Like this, I buy this. Like I buy this for real. Like, you know, and like how many of y'all like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I want. That's what I want. I'm okay with it. Like it's all right. It's all good. You know what I mean? Like still have love in my heart. I have to show love. You just have to have it. You just have to have it. But like we was taught, like you don't show love, you ain't real, you ain't. That's not that. That's not that. And it is in a sense though, because if you just show it like that, you really in the matrix. But if you have love, you within yourself. That's how you operate. You're not operating from no other place but within yourself. And it took me a long time to get through that. It took me a lot of heartaches, a lot of pain. It took me a lot of looking at people that I truly thought loved me like unconditionally, bro. You know that wow, man, this whole time, bro, like that's who was doing this shit to me. Like that's who was trying to play me, bro. Like I'm the only one don't know about this. You know, but like, man, it's almost like I wrestle with myself like, oh, you supposed to be mad. You know what I'm saying? But like my higher self, like, nah, man, it's all good. Like they know not what they do. Here Prophet go. I bet it makes sense. I bet it makes sense to a lot of y'all listening right now. They know not what they do. You know, some of y'all like, wow, man, I'm in there too. And that's all good, because whenever I run across you, like, I don't know who, I don't know what, I don't know nothing, I don't know nothing. You know, like, I'm going to be how I be. That's not my concern. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I start trying to worry about how the next man's brain function, like, I got it twisted. You know what I mean? Like we got to master ourselves. When we master ourselves, that's when we done grew to a level of peace. Let me tell you something. Hell, we know hell don't exist. You ain't burning in a fire. You know, your creator is just not going down. Like, you ain't putting yours in the fire. You ain't going to drop yours in the fire. So you got to know of love. You got to know of creation. Like, somebody love you, you came here. It was love involved. We call it infatuation. Whatever. You know, we humans, bro. Like, you know, we need to get out of those, believing those type of things, you know, but it's love, man. Like, it's love. And for you not to understand that concept with any and everything, that's crazy, man. Like, I was telling somebody earlier, you know, like, I hope people look at Prophet like he weird, you know, because when you go back in the days, that's how they looked at the Prophet, though, like they was weird. But it was real. It was real. And look, here we go, like, man, years and years and years and years later, man, through a whole bunch of consciousness, man. Hell in the underworld. We hear about all that. That's right here, man. Like, that's right here. Like, when we come here, we don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. Like, these little babies, like, yeah, they got to grow into themselves, but they got to grow into themselves through information. They got to grow into themselves through seeing things and just recollections and things like that to find their higher self. But you have to have some kind of path. You have to have some kind of guidance, some kind of something. Somebody got to tell you things. And you have to hear things, go play. It's just that you got to have roll in these energies and all of this thing. You know, like that's what that is. And we just supposed to evolve our consciousness. You know, because think about this. Think about all the people that be crying, though. Like crying, the babies that cry. Some of them don't have nothing. Some of them be neglected, just not being fed. Some of them be caught in they feeling their mom and them dad don't be worried. Like, it's real. Some of them beat them to death because they crying. Like, some of them, they drowning them. Like, they can't take it. They can't take it. And that baby don't know nothing. That's hell for a baby. Think about it. That baby crying. Baby's stomach. That baby can't talk. That's all they know is just to let out a noise when they feel that pain. When they feel. They can feel, though. When they come, they yank your spirit. They can feel. They don't know nothing else. Just what they see, but they can feel, though. And that's what they go by. That's what they go by. They feelings. Then they evolve into that seeing. But at first, like, they don't know what that bottle is. First, like, you can show it all they don't know what that bottle is, but they know when they're hungry. And when that vision get clear, baby really can't see when they're born, you know. But when they clear up, when they hungry, now they crying and like they see that bottle and all this registering. That's because they growing. That's because they growing. After they stand on the table, get their back, fall a couple of times, like all that. Somebody grab them and put them on their feet and walk with them and then grab the table again. And one day they, man, let me try. They just take off. They don't say let me try, but they just, you know, because it's a purpose we hear. You know, everybody got a real set a point in time, bro. Thank y'all, man. 2 doves. A set and point in time to expire. A certain amount of breaths that you're going to breathe. And that's that. You part of this cycle. It works like that. You're going to check in, you're going to check out. Once you reach your higher self, you reach that understanding, that knowing how to operate out of love. That operating out of, they know not what they do. I'm not going to hold it against them, man. Like, I still feel like they really don't know. As much as they think they know, they just don't know. They're not wise enough yet. They're not conscious enough yet. Not wise. They're not conscious enough to grasp the concept of them doing wrong. You know, like Prophet said, a fool don't know he a fool. He just foolish, man. You know, but you can't tell him that he a fool because that's all he knows. He don't know nothing else. Like, what he even can compare it to? He can't compare it to nothing. You know, and we got this opportunity through a bunch of, like, billions of people on this earth, man, that we literally can see him if it's possible, you know. Listen to all that. But what we do is we form a plan where we just walk around and we judge it. We judge it and we form ourselves. Is what it is. You know, but we're supposed to form a plan like, wow, man, that's crazy, that's not cool. And embed it within yourself. You know what I mean? Like, and then wake up and use it. Use it in your journey to make you better. Because if you do that and your intentions is right and you keep that and walk with that like that, somebody else, the next person, whoever, they don't have no choice but to see it because it's a part of it. It's a real reflection from inside. Like that baby, that feeling. You know what I mean? So after a while, what the baby doing? The baby done left the table. The baby gonna grab that bottle. You gotta fix it still. You still have to fix it because you the source of the food. But the baby on his way. But I created and fixed these bottles, man. Like, we got these bottles all on the table. You got a bottle in front of you right now. Profit a bottle. If you listen to Prophet and grab it and make it part of you, like, you get to eat. Think about that. You know, like a kid will eat that food. This tastes good, this tastes good, this nasty. If that's all you ever got, never get, that kid gonna start eating it. It ain't gonna eat itself. It's gonna start eating that food. It's gonna be nasty, but you have to eat it. He don't even grasp the concept, but his inner knowing know like something gonna happen. He breaking down, like he gotta eat it. He gotta get past that thought pattern of it being nasty, and he gonna eat it because he know that's how you gonna grow. That's it. It's nothing else. You know, we got these bottles. You have to pick that bottle up. You know, and picking that bottle up is here. You know, like however you want to view it. But you have to do that for yourself. That's why we individuals. We individuals. So listen to me. I was listening to this last night. You're like, that's crazy. Energy. Prophet trying to teach y'all about these energies. But a lady was saying last night, say energy, and she said she gotta go within. That's our energy. You know what I mean? Like, cause that could relate with the world now. And I know y'all get it. Whoever, whatever, man, look like you got to wake up, homie. You know, like that's a chance for evolvement within consciousness, but like energy. You know, and we just bring that forward, man, and help everybody, man. Like, and help everybody discover. At first, I was kind of puzzled about, man, it's stamped on the inside, but the worldly part of me it's so weary, it's so unsure, it's so see like everything that man, like man, ain't no way you can. But like I go and I look at all these videos, probably I don't know how many, but like I'm excuse me, close to 300 videos. You know, and spirit let me like that's dedication, man. Like that's dedication. You know, and whoever not for you, once you show yourself to them, they don't love you. You know, like we gotta love somebody to care about what they doing. We have to love somebody to even think off of the thoughts that we get, you know, related to them. If we don't, you know, and some of us love, but like we so selfish, we love ourselves, you know, like more. You know, we love ourselves more than to change. You know, and there's a duality, like prophets say, because you can't expect somebody to sacrifice they self for you. And when I say sacrifice, it means just go against free will. If that person don't get it and ain't understanding it in their program, you're not supposed to expect them to understand it. You know, like it's just part of your program. You didn't came into that knowing, you know, into that wisdom or whatever, into that consciousness, you know. I just understand now, man, I'm just supposed to say it. But like I don't need to necessarily even ask questions, necessarily try to, hey,